Dream Vision Group, specializing in blindness and low vision products and people. We offer a quality selection of Braille learning and productivity tools, including the Braille Sense 6 by HIMS and the new HandyTech Active Braille 2021 featuring touch-sensitive active tactile control, plus versatile Braille graphics embossers and crisp, clear, portable video magnification systems. But we will always put supporting people over selling products. With more than 60 years experience, our team is devoted to helping people find and master the right tools for their situation. When you want to update your skills, we can match you with someone who uses the same products you do. And when you are considering new technology, we would love to learn about your goals and be part of your solution. If you are a teacher, our free technology lending library lets you test drive new tools with your students, while our product specialists ensure you get the most from your evaluation. We're here to help. This is why we say, products don't solve problems, people do. Dream Vision Group. We'll meet you where you are. You tell us where you want to go. In this example, ATC is set to tell the screen reader, in this case JAWS, to echo every letter as my finger encounters it on the Braille display. So you can see how this could be very useful for a student learning Braille.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, P, Q, R, S, T, Z, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, W, X, Y, Z, A, B, C.
So normally, when a student is learning Braille characters, they do not get that audio reinforcement. So this is a very powerful combination where they're training their fingers to recognize the characters and getting the immediate feedback from the speech of JAWS. Here's an example of how ATC can be used to help a slightly more advanced reader. We have ATC set to echo words in normal reading and speak characters when resting. We've chosen the sentence, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog," because it uses every letter of the alphabet.
Reading. Practice. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The Q U quick brown fox X jumps J over the lazy dog.
In this example, I've created a more advanced reading profile in which the student no longer needs the constant speech reinforcement as he's reading. So I've set ATC to take no action when reading normal or fast, but I have set ATC to speak and spell the word when the student pauses or rests on an unfamiliar word. So let's see how this works. About Dream Vision Group. As a boy in school, I dragged a
Perkins, Perkins
Perkins Braille writer and volumes of huge Braille books from class to class on a little red W. Just this word.
wagon, WAGON, period.
Oh, wagon. I read science fiction, dreaming of robots and
rocket, ROCKET.
rocket ships. Now I dream of sleeker, faster Braille devices, helping us leap time and space in a single
bound, BOUND, period.
Thank you, Damien. So at this point, I'm going to show you how to make changes to make your active Braille and your screen reader take certain actions as a student is reading or learning Braille. And to get into this area where we're going to make these modifications, I'm going to press the letter A with Enter on my active Braille.
Configuration dialog is starting. Activate driver checkbox checked.
And I'm going to use the ATC tab. So I'm going to press Control Tab here.
Settings for Handytech Braille displays dialog. Use ATC checkbox checked.
And we certainly want to use ATC, so we're going to leave that checkbox checked.
Sensitivity : low left right slide. Assistant mode : combo box. Learning.
So we have 4 modes here. We have off,
Reading off. 1 of 4. Reading. 2 of
reading,
learning. 3 of
learning,
train 8.
and train ATC. So reading and learning are the 2 that you really want to focus on. If you have a student that's learning Braille, you're going to set yours in the learning profile. If you're like me and you're a proficient Braille reader, you're going to have it set to reading Braille.
Learn reading. 2.
So I'm going to set mine to reading Braille. And I'm going to tab over to the settings button.
Assistant mode : settings ... button space ATC - assistant functions dialog. Default assistant functions : when reading fast : combo box. Speak Braille display.
So we have 4 actions. We have when reading fast,
Default assistant functions : when reading normal :
when reading normal, which is reading, but reading at a slower pace than quickly swiping from left to right.
default assistant functions : when resting : combo box.
When resting, so I'm not moving my finger, it's resting on a Braille cell.
Default assistant functions : when reading backward :
And when reading backward, so you're swiping from right to left to back up to look at something. And there are 11 different options that we can choose for any of these 4 choices, and they're all the same. So I'm going to quickly go through them.
Speak no action.
Take no action.
Speak letter. 2. Speak word. 3. Speak Braille display. Low signal. 5 of
Make a low beep.
high signal.
Make a higher beep.
Speak Braille display and move to next line. 7 of 11. Say all and root Braille line. 8 of 11.
That'll move your mouse pointer down to the next line.
Say current characters attributes. 9 of 11.
Say current characters attributes will tell you if it's bolded or underlined. The next one's important.
Say character attribute changes. 10.
That one only will tell you the changes if the attribute has changed.
Root mouse cursor to reading position. 11.
So there's our 11 different choices. I'm going to quickly go back up because I want to take no action. There we go. And we're not really going to change any of these other settings.
Default assistant functions : delay output by edit spin. Default assistant functions : reading speed is fast quote. Default assistant functions : reading speed is default assistant functions : speak word only at default assistant functions : also action when line action when okay button space.
There are several things in there that you can really go in deep dive and make changes to all those different things if you want. If you need help with that, again, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to talk you through it. If you're really advanced and you want to use this. So that is where you go to make all your changes. I'm going to press escape to exit.
Escape. ATC - monitor dialog.
And now I'm going to turn it back over to Damien.
As Damien mentioned, the icons for both the log player and the log analyzer are automatically added to your desktop when installed via the Start Stick. I'm going to start by opening up the log player. And I'll click File, and I'm going to open up the alphabet session that we saw earlier. You'll notice that there are media buttons across the top, and I'll go ahead and press play so that we can review this session. Finger position is indicated in dark blue, and cells are highlighted in light blue once they've been read. What's interesting about this session is that the student went back and forth between the E and the I, which are letters that are commonly confused with each other. I'm going to stop here and open up a more advanced session for you to see. Now that you have an idea how the log player works, I'm going to open up this same session in the log analyzer and show you some of the data that it records. Here's the log analyzer icon. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to open that same file. Within the analyzer, there are several categories of data. Some of them are more relevant than others, but I'm going to focus on some of the more frequently used ones. Under the General tab, you'll see an overview of information such as date of creation, characters read, characters per minute, etc. Reading improvement shows data for each active minute of the session. Not only are the number of words and forward and backward read characters shown, but the unread characters are shown as well. And this can be helpful when dealing with reading comprehension issues. At the bottom is the character set, and this breaks down the data to each individual character. For instance, the capital D was read 8 times in 8 different positions. Compare that with the capital B, which was read 8 times, but in only 5 positions. That tells you that the student revisited that letter 3 times during the session. Any or all of these categories can be exported into an Excel spreadsheet, which is a great way to document student progress, and it comes in super handy at IEP meetings. I'm going to close these out, and next we're going to show you how to record your own reading sessions.
HelpTech developed the Tably app for Android devices as a companion for deafblind users of the portable Actilino Braille device. It's meant to be used as a quick and easy face-to-face communication tool to help the users communicate in situations like at doctor's appointments, interactions in stores, or just any time they need some kind of information or assistance on the go. The way it works is the free Tably app is loaded on an Android phone or tablet. In this case, I have the Tably app on a small portable Android tablet with a portable keyboard, and the deafblind user would pass this tablet over. The deafblind user would type his or her message on the Braille keyboard of the Actilino, and the sighted person would see the message on the tablet screen and use that portable keyboard to type a response, and they could go back and forth. So let's see how this would work. I'm looking for a bus stop, and I think I found it. Here's a person, and I'm going to test this out. Hi, is this the bus stop? And as they type, I see the messages scrolling on my Braille display. Yes, what bus do you need? I need the number 50. The 50 comes in 10 minutes. Perfect. So you can see how the Tably and the portable Actilino can be a quick and easy on-the-go communication solution for deafblind users. The Tably app was designed primarily as a face-to-face communications tool for deafblind users, but it has many other useful applications as well. It not only pairs with the portable Actilino, as we have seen, but with any of the Active series displays by HelpTech, including the Active Braille 40 and the Active Star. The Tably app mirrors whatever is going on the Braille device and can be used as a visual display to monitor what the student or user is doing, regardless of whether or not they're paired with another peripheral device such as a Mac, PC, phone, tablet, etc. So in this example, we'll imagine a student taking a pop quiz, and the teacher can have Tably connected to the Active Braille 40 and monitor what the student is reading and writing, even from across the classroom. So here we go. History pop quiz. Question: who was the first president of the United States? I think I've got this one. Answer: George Washington. And there you have it. Wouldn't it be nice if a blind teacher could monitor student Braille displays? Now they can. We have an app for that too. For years, teachers and trainers have dreamed of being able to chain Braille displays together so they could demonstrate something to a group simultaneously, as well as monitor what individual students are working on in real time. Let's take a look at HT Echo and HT Instructor, two new apps from HelpTech. HT Echo connects up to 4 HandyTech Active Series displays. Whatever is shown on the primary presenter display is mirrored on up to 3 secondary student displays. The presenter's reading position is shown by flashing dots on the student displays. With a simple keystroke, a student can take over as presenter, so students can take turns with a reading assignment or group project. All secondary student displays will reflect exactly what is happening on the presenter display. Here's a demonstration of HT Echo. We, the the people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. HT Instructor builds on HT Echo, going a step further. A sighted or blind teacher can monitor up to 4 individual students, each working on separate projects. Each student device is shown in its own square on an Android tablet. Each square is labeled with its student device serial number and can also be color-coded for ease of identification. And now let's take a look at HT Instructor. On Braille Display 1, the active star, the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. Moving to Braille Display number 2, active Braille 47. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. Braille Display number 3, active star number 51. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. Imagine the possibilities. One of the neat and unique features of the HandyTech Active series, including the Actilino, Active Braille, and Active Star, is Music Braille. So on the portable Actilino, I'm going to choose Music Braille from the main menu. I'll actually type M, and then I'll select New File. Now I'm in the music editor. This allows me to hear the tones of the Braille notation as I enter them on the Actilino's keyboard. Once I've entered them, I can type space P to play back what I've entered. And also I hear tones as my finger encounters the notes on the Braille display. So let's do a quick demo here of typing in a C major scale. Okay, and now I'll read what I just played. And backwards. And I'll do the space P to just hear the whole thing played automatically. So with these notes, with the scale displayed on the Braille display, I can also, just like hitting keys on a piano, I can go through and pick out individual notes and try my hand at being a composer. And there you go. So the Music Braille editor on the Active series Also allows you to save your files to open up and play back later for reference. So let's go ahead and look at a file I saved previously. We'll open this up and I'll press space with P. Charge. In addition to being able to just simply type the notes, by default they come out as eighth notes, but by adding dots 6, dots 3, or dots 3 and 6, you can change the length that the note is held so that you're actually able to express half notes, whole notes, etc. So that's a little bit of how Music Braille works on the Actilino, the Active Braille, and the Active Star by Handytech.